Welcome back to Boundless Barbin. I'm Justin, and today, as you can see, I'm wearing my adventure shirt, and we got the green screen behind me, which can only mean one thing. We are off on an adventure today, and I'll be taking you to Rome, Italy, where we are going to be visiting the very first world wonder I ever got to see, the Colosseum. Now, out of all of the world wonders, this is the easiest and most accessible one out of all of them. Why? Well, 1900 years ago, it was built in the heart of Rome, and today it is surrounded by a busy road with multiple bus stops, and across the street there's even a subway stop that you can go to and just walk across, and you're there, you're at the Colosseum. So if you're in a wheelchair, this is the one that you can enjoy from the inside and the outside, because once you're inside, there's an elevator that can take you to multiple levels, so you can see and enjoy to your heart's content. Let's go inside. Here we are! Welcome to inside the largest amphitheater in the world. So when you enter, this is basically the main view that you get your entire tour. You go around and you go up and down 2 levels, but there are special tickets to get to the highest level where you can get great city skyline views, or you can also go to the underground section where gladiators got ready. I didn't have time to do any of those tours, so I'll have to come back. I would recommend at least an hour to get a feel of the entire place, and I highly recommend having a tour guide or at least an audio guide so that you can fully understand the history of the place. But you know what? I want to see the Colosseum in its glory days. So you know what that means. It's time to go back in time. Whoa! We made it to ancient Rome. Now, the year is 80 AD. When Emperor Titus opened the Colosseum with a grand celebration of 100 days of games. The Colosseum was officially named the Flavian Amphitheater, which is based off of the dynasty of emperors who built it, using thousands of slaves over 10 years. This was a gift to the Roman citizens. They hosted free shows and events that were paid for by the emperors. They even gave out free food and gifts just to make sure that the people were happy. Now, let's get a little bit closer, shall we? We've made it to the entrance of the Colosseum, where outside a 100-foot bronze statue of Emperor Nero stood. Now, they called it the Colossus of Nero, and so people suspect that that's where the name Colosseum comes from. And after Nero's death, they changed up the statue to look more like the sun god's soul. What I love about this arena is that they made it really convenient to enter and exit the space with 76 entrances. So to empty it out of 50 to 80,000 spectators, it would take about 5 to 10 minutes. Another incredible thing is that if it got too warm and too sunny, they would just unfurl some awnings from the top so that you could comfortably enjoy the gladiator fights, the animal hunts, and they even filled the arena floor with water from naval fights. But I don't have the budget for that, so let's go check out what's happening on the arena floor. I did not sign up for this. I'll just stand real still and hope nobody else notices me. So, the majority of the people who fought here were men, but there were a few women. Generally, they were slaves, condemned criminals, or prisoners of war. And for 400 years, this was actively used. But then, the decline of Rome happened and people lost interest, and it was really expensive to keep up all the games. So for centuries afterwards, 2/3 of the Colosseum was damaged from lightning strikes, earthquakes, vandalism. They even used it as building material for other buildings, like St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. Time to get out of here! Whew, that was a close one. Oh look, we made it to the Forum. Besides visiting the Colosseum, that same ticket will allow you to explore the Forum and the Palatine Hill. But it does not guarantee you time travel back to ancient Rome, so let's go back to present day, shall we? Woo! When you leave the Colosseum, you can go out and walk under the Arch of Titus. This was built to commemorate when Emperor Titus overthrew the revolt in Jerusalem. When he won, he brought back thousands of slaves and endless wealth back to Rome, which allowed him to build the Colosseum. Let's go into the Forum, shall we? Oh, Now this is the forum that you get to see today. It was begun in 500 BC, and it featured the most impressive monuments and temples of ancient Rome. It was a multi-purpose site, so they had elections here, they had criminal trials, they had business dealings. It was basically a one-stop shop for all of the most important events in Rome. Oh, and this is the spot where they believe that Julius Caesar was cremated after he was assassinated. Poor guy. Oh, and this is the remains of the Temple of Saturn, which is one of the oldest sacred sites of Rome. Wow. Today, the Colosseum is Italy's most visited landmark, with over 6 to 7 million visitors per year. Now, I sadly wasn't able to visit Palatine Hill properly, the third site that you can visit with your Colosseum ticket, because as my tour was ending, the site was about to close. I did have a few minutes to go around and explore the modern art installations that were there, and I'll share those photos at the end of this video. So as the sun set, I continued to walk around Rome on the cobblestone streets. I had a quick dinner, and then I ended up with some local musicians in a jam session at a local square. So grab your own gelato, come join and sing along, and enjoy these photos of the romance and the beauty of the eternal city.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Although they may be pardoned, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Oh,